We're here at the Salt Pond Visitor Center for the National Seashore in Cape Cod. We got some of our stamps. I collect the national park stamps, and kids got some of their things. We'll show you in another video how we commemorate coming to the national parks. But we're going to show you around our day here and some of the highlights. We're here for 2 full days at the National Seashore, so we'll show you around as we explore. We just left for a long bumpy drive to Cape Cod and then to Acadia. Hey girls, what are you most excited about to see in Cape Cod?
Oh, a seal! Seal!
You want to see seals?
Yeah.
I hope we do. Anything else?
Rocks, pretty rocks and seashells. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see what kind of rocks we can find. Here's a view of the salt pond at the visitor center. Really nice, extremely helpful visitor center here. Highly recommend stopping in there if you're going to explore the area. They gave us a lot of information first, and the kids got junior ranger booklets they're going to work on too. So we made it here to the Nauset Lighthouse. We're excited to go explore it, but just a heads up, we got here about 11 a.m., a little after 11 a.m., and the lot is full, and this is our line, a dual line coming in that we have to wait in till people leave the parking lot to get in. So they told us at the visitor center, aim before 10 a.m. if you want to avoid waiting in line here. So just a heads up, if you check this one out, try to aim before 10 a.m. or be prepared to wait some here. We're just gonna sit back and wait our turn until we can get in there. We finally made it into the parking lot at the Nauset Beach Lighthouse and Beach. You can see it over there. There is porta potties here. We had to, after an hour and a half in the car, we definitely had to make a pit stop here, but we're gonna go check out the lighthouse and the beach. We're finally in. Already a really cool view of the ocean from the parking lot up here.
I might put some nail polish in.
It's beautiful, very blue.
There's no sand on the top.
Not gonna lie, I don't love these shark warnings. I won't be getting too far in the water. We want to see seals, but hopefully not any sharks.
There's not a bottom bag.
It's definitely a bit of a walk here down to the beach access. Downhill, and it'll be uphill when we come back. So we're trekking down. We finally made it down to the beach here. The cliffs along the side are pretty cool and unique. There's even a huge rock in the water down here. That's pretty cool. We gotta at least dip our feet in. I don't know though with the shark warning how far I'll get in here. We're already trying to find cool rocks. And we have one child terrified of sharks even though she's not in the water. But look at this. It's beautiful. You can even see some bigger rocks out in the water. It's a busy day because it's July 4th weekend. But here's a view of the coast there. We're going to walk up to the lighthouse then. Hunting for lots of cool rocks. Can you show me ones you found? Or does Daddy have them all in his pockets?
Daddy has it in his pocket.
Oh, okay. I think we'll see even cooler ones at some of the other beaches, but the girls are already excited about what we're finding here. We spotted a seal. You can see him sticking his head up a little bit there. There he is! We found a seal! He's cute! There he goes, he's swimming. There he is, another seal friend. A couple of them, look at that. He's so close to the beach. I can't believe it. See if he comes back up again. There's one out there further. There he is. Came back up. This has been cool spotting seals here. Finally found a more remote part of the beach here to show you. Cliffs are one of the coolest parts, unique, at least to me, on this beach versus others. Here's another look at that walk down to the beach from the Nauset Lake parking lot. gonna be a little bit of a steep climb up, but it was worth it. It was really pretty, really cool to see some seals and get some rocks. We're gonna go check out the lighthouse. There's a neat little trail here from the parking lot that I think is gonna lead us up to the Nauset Lighthouse. We'll see in a minute. I see it through the trees there. We might get a better view of this in a few minutes, but here's the Nauset Lighthouse. We're finally close to it. So we're gonna walk up, see if we can get even closer. Here we are, all the way at the top of the Nauset Beach Lighthouse. You can get right at the base of it. It's pretty cool. There's some information up here. The girls are gonna go run up closer. What do you think, girls? You want to become lighthouse keepers? It'd be cool to get up in one. Maybe we will. And here's a view of the ocean from up by the lighthouse. Can't really see the beach, but you can see the water is pretty cool. Over across. We're doing a little walk here down for try to see the Three Sisters Lighthouses too. There was a trail right from the Nauset Lighthouse to do this, so I'm not sure how long it is, but if it's not too long, we're gonna come see these too. We brought three sisters here to the Three Sisters Lighthouses. There's one sister, two sister up there, and three sister in the distance. We made it to the Provincetown Visitor Center, and pretty cool view of the ocean out here right from the parking lot. Over up this walkway ahead there is the Visitor Center. There's a 360 viewing platform up here at the Provincetown Visitor Center, and the ranger even gave us some binoculars to look out. This is cool. Quite a view up here.
Don't get close to the edge.
You can see all the way around. You can even see over there the Pilgrim Monument that hopefully we'll see closer later in Provincetown. We made it, finally found some parking here in Provincetown. We're here early evening. I imagine July 4th it's going to get even later this evening. But we're going to walk around and see some of the town here. The girls think it's super cool that the gravel we're standing on is made out of seashell pieces, which is pretty cool. We're gonna walk over towards the Pilgrim Monument. And while we're in Provincetown, we had to check out the marina a little bit too before we stop into some of the stores. Pretty cool to see all the boats here. You can hear some partying at one of the bars over across the way, I think. And right behind us from the marina here is the Pilgrim Monument we're gonna check out. It's pretty tall. This might be as close as we can get to the monument. There's a little plaque at the base we'll go and read, but here is the monument. It looks like some kind of little ride that you can take up and maybe go up further into it. We probably won't do that, but here's the Pilgrim Monument. This is just back from the marina, just behind it. Provincetown was interesting. We stayed about an hour. We're heading out. We hit a couple shops. We got some hats. I got a sweatshirt. It is definitely pretty high on the rainbow agendas, and well, it didn't feel real family friendly with the kids walking around. So we stayed about an hour. We're gonna head back to the campground. Glad we saw it. Glad we hit it. Saw the Pilgrim Monument and got to a couple shops. But if you're a family venturing out, just I would say it's not a super family friendly town to be walking around. So we're gonna head back to the campground. We also made it to Race Point Beach here near the top of the cape, and we're gonna go just briefly get a view on this beach, see what it's like down there. This is up past the Provincetown Visitor Center. And we got another video of a shark warning sign at Race Point. They definitely don't make you want to get in the water here. Back there. Here's a view of Race Point Lake. Definitely flatter Less of the kind of sand dunes, cliffs that we saw at Nauset. Much flatter beach. We're here later in the day too, so it's less packed. We didn't have to wait for parking. It's not real crowded. We gotta at least get our feet in a tiny bit here too. See if we spot any more seals. Seems like less cool rocks to look for here, but it might just be the tide level. We'll see. There's a seal swimming right in front of us at Race Point Beach. We saw seals now at both beaches. Let's see if he comes back up. There he is again, sticking up. Our seal friend. And while some of us are looking for rocks and seals and dancing in the water, some of us are making sand castles. We've got one that's so terrified of sharks she won't put her feet in at all. So she's making sand castles. And one doing cartwheels. Wow, look at this view walking down to Marconi. It's beautiful. And we got another shark warning sign ahead. There is cool doings here at Marconi. We're gonna walk down these steps to the beach. It's a cool steep walk because we're walking down a dune basically.
Can I just play in the sand upper? I don't really want to get any. I don't really want to get wet to walk.
Are you afraid of the sharks?
Yes.
Well, they're not gonna get you unless you're swimming in the water. But sure, you can play up in the sand. Look at this over here. We're basically walking down a dune. Getting closer to the water. This is beautiful. I'm really glad we stopped at this beach. Wow. Look at that. It is beautiful here. Dunes on one side, waves on the other. The water is a nice blue color up here. It's been really pretty. We're not really finding much in the way of rocks at Marconi Beach, so the girls have resorted to digging holes in the sand down to the water. You can see the dunes we walk down right behind them. I'm sure the video won't capture him, but there's another seal way out there. He's been sticking his head up. We've now seen seals at every National Seashore beach we've come to here, which is pretty exciting to me. That was one of my goals, to see some seals. Definitely some perks to the Marconi Beach. We found they're actually full showers and foot showers outside, full restrooms here, and the parking is much larger. We had no problem. Now, we came earlier in the day, close to 9:30, but we had no problem at all parking and getting in. Hooray for foot showers so the truck can stay clean. No one was in here, so we thought we'd take a quick shot of the restrooms at Marconi Beach. They seem really nice. Just making a quick note as we're leaving Marconi Beach, we've now been to Nauset Beach, Race Point Beach, and Marconi of the National Seashore here along the Cape. I highly recommend this Marconi Beach if you're coming for like a beach day of relaxing. They had the nice showers for feet and full body. They had changing areas, restrooms, big dumpsters. It's guarded. There's lifeguards down there. Yeah, we're just kind of checking out all the attractions and not staying long at each beach. Just kind of exploring. But if you're coming to like relax for a beach day, all the beaches were beautiful. Race Point was flatter. Nauset had the dunes and the lighthouse. But Marconi is just got great amenities if you're hanging out for the day. So at that and parking, the parking is so much bigger here and easier to get into. So if you're looking for a relaxing day at the beach, highly recommend Marconi. Looks like we already have a tired kid in the back seat there. Now we're at Marconi Station site. We're gonna check out this, I think it was like one of the first telegraphs that went across the ocean to Europe. I might not have checked this out, except that there's a stamp for my book in the visitor center for it. And I really want to get all the stamps, so we gotta go see what this is all about. It is a little trail up here to the, I think it's just like a plaque that commemorates the telegraph. I thought it would be right off the parking lot, but it's not long, but it is a little bit of a trail up here. Well, this is cooler than I thought. You can see the ocean up here. It's a really cool view. So I'm glad we decided to stop here. You can see there the trail. We walked up a little bit. Look at that view. It's beautiful. And up here I think is the plaque we'll check out. And I didn't realize we weren't even there yet. We got to keep walking down this little path past that overlook to actually see the site of the telegraph here. So we're going to keep going. All right, we found it. The site of first United States transatlantic wireless telegraph station, built in 1901 to 1902 by the Marconi Wireless Telegraph Company of America. We found it.
Why is it on a stone?
It was worth the stop to see the beautiful overlook that we walked down from, but we actually, just a minute, we actually realized that we could have walked straight over from the parking lot to this plaque, but then we wouldn't have gotten to that cool overlook. So if you stop here, make sure you take the path up to that overlook. It's a really cool view up there. It's a cool view here too, but not quite as good. Oh, see you later. Have fun. We ventured a little bit off of our agenda for the National Seashore and came down to Chatham here. This is the view from the free parking right by the lighthouse. Pretty cool view. I'm not sure exactly which bodies of water we're seeing and whether it's ocean on the far side or not there, but I do see waves way down. And then, we've been very worried about sharks on this trip. Right behind us is the Chatham Lighthouse there. We'll get a little closer, but I think it's closed today, so we can't really get into it, but at least we saw it. Just adding a correction, Seth just told me that the far beach that you can see kind of across from this little inlet or bay or whatever you want to call it right in front of us is the National Seashore. So we're not standing right on it, but we are looking still at some of the property of the National Seashore where the ocean side of the beach is far out there. Here's a little closer view at the Chatham Lighthouse. Some neat history here to read. And a random basketball court that seems a little out of place there, but hey. Here's a view of the Chatham from the fence. We couldn't get in today, it's not open, but still got pretty close to see it. We tried to park at the free downtown parking to come see the main stretch of the town of Chatham here, but it was kind of mayhem. There were just people circling, no spots anywhere. So we're probably just gonna end up heading back to the campground here instead of enjoying a walk along here to these shops. But just the congestion's a little too much to try to navigate it today. It is Saturday of the 4th of July weekend, so it makes sense. But anyway, here's a shot of the main drag of Chatham from the truck instead of walking, but cute town. I think if it was less busy, it would be really neat to walk. We're here at, we're camping, staying at the Cape Cod area. We're near Brewster, and we've been exploring the whole Cape, but mostly the National Seashore. I can't talk anymore. My brain's done.
She's been struggling with a lot of the town names, forgetting them, and beach names.
Marconi, I remember. I couldn't
Finally,
say Marconi
it's
for a couple days.
the first time she remembered.
Yes, and I said Chatham.
Chatwood.
Yeah,
there's a lot of weird names. Sandwich.
I've been struggling to talk the last couple of days on this trip. But anyway, we're here near Brewster, Massachusetts. It's where we're staying for the National Seashore. Just sharing a few pros and cons. We've enjoyed seeing the sights. The beaches are beautiful. It's really cool to see the sand dunes. Like, I had at least in my memory, don't remember seeing beaches where you have that like drop off of the sand cliff right to the ocean. And we got to see seals at all three.
Yeah.
We hit 3 of the 4. I think it's 4 of the National Seashore beaches. We hit 3 of them, and every single one we saw some seals. And it's pretty cool. They just kind of pop out of the water like they're saying hello.
We
not
learned
far
that
from the shore.
We learned that early afternoon is when they're like most active,
yeah.
and they come up pretty close. They just kind of pop their heads up, look around. It's pretty neat.
It's kind of cute. It's like they're saying hello to you. Yeah, we love the seals.
But yeah, I really love seeing the dunes. Like,
the dunes are cool.
It's just not like your normal flat beach.
Yeah.
Nauset Beach had really nice dunes, and then Marconi,
so did Marconi.
Was very beautiful. Yeah. And you walk down a dune, essentially down these steep wooden steps
to the beach,
right to the beach.
So definite pro, just the beaches themselves are cool. I mean, it's a con that you feel like you can't really get in the water. We're used to going to beaches where you kind of laze for the day and go in and out of the water. But with all the shark warnings, people were in the water, but I think they were brave and crazy. We didn't really get in the water, so that would be a con. And then another pro, the lighthouses were cool. We got to see the Nauset Lighthouse, the Three Sisters, and then down to the Chatham. We saw 4 or 5 total lighthouses. And that was cool, and some of the history behind them for the kids to learn and see too was neat. So the sites themselves pretty cool. The visitor centers are fantastic. Both of them were
very friendly,
very large.
Nice little gift shop stores there. They gave us plenty of knowledge in the area and what to go see and do. And
the Province Land one had that cool lookout at the top. So great visitor centers. The girls both did the Junior Ranger program. We like to do that as we hit the national parks, and the rangers were really friendly and helpful with that. So great experience that way. The cons.
We did go on July 4th at around 11 a.m. To try to go to the Nauset Beach.
Yeah.
The parking lot is pretty small. We pretty much were stuck over an hour to an hour and a half in line, just letting one car in at a time as one car left.
I still think it was worth it, though. We debated, should we get out of line? Should we go to other things? But I still think it was worth it to see the iconic Nauset Lighthouse. And the beach there was really neat. And we saw the most seals there. We learned later that we hit peak time of day once we got in there around noon to 1 p.m.
We were advised to try to get there before 10 a.m.
Well, we were advised that after 10 a.m., so it was too late by then. But yes, the ranger's advice was if you're going to Nauset Beach, try to get in before 10 a.m. to get parking and not have to wait.
I think that's mostly holidays and weekends.
On the busy times.
After 5 o'clock, if you don't want to pay for an annual or daily pass, it is free parking after 5 o'clock.
We hit that with Race Point. We got there later in the day, and we didn't have to show a pass to get in there. So I forget where I was going with that. Cons is just
small towns.
The crowdedness. Now, again, we came July 4th weekend, but I imagine most of the summer it's still pretty packed. Like, we went to Chatham and didn't even get in the town, basically. We tried to get into the free parking. We couldn't find any
parking. The town was so tiny with our truck to be able to find anything along the road.
Yeah.
And the one,
just didn't
public parking lot, which was free, I think.
Yeah,
but there wasn't a spot available. And even to try to drive the street to kind of go through it, it was just so crowded and tight.
It was stressful.
We just decided to... Now, it was kind of neat to see the Chatham Lighthouse. There was 30-minute parking along.
We barely got a spot there. We got lucky getting a spot there.
Yeah, because it's 30-minute parking, there are kind of cars coming, going. But we got lucky as we drove right up to the lighthouse.
Yeah,
parking right along the coastline. Really pretty view of the beach there, and then on the other side is the Chatham Lighthouse. So I'd recommend definitely go check that out, but expect that it could be very kind of crowded and hectic. Probably mostly on the weekends. During the week might be better, but.
And Provincetown was the same thing. Like every town we tried to hit, it was just. Provincetown, we did park, paid for about an hour of parking and got out. But it was tight. And I really felt stressed by that whole scenario. It was just driving in there with all the people, then trying to park our big pickup, because that's all we have from towing the camper here. Maybe it'd be better if you have a smaller car to get around in, but just the crowds, the amount of parking difficulty, I think that characterized the whole trip, not just the towns. It was hard to sometimes just enjoy the natural beauty of some of the things we were trying to see, because there was just so much congestion and so many people. That colored things a lot for me.
We're happy we visited the towns, but
yeah,
it was enough to be there for an hour.
Yeah.
And then kind of move on.
Glad we got to see things, and yeah, just a crowded experience. Again, we came on a holiday weekend. We knew that might happen. We wanted to take advantage of the extra day off work for the week ahead. But I imagine the summer in general is a little bit busy around here, and you probably have a similar feel. So I'm glad we got to see the sights. I'm also glad this kind of wasn't our primary stop on this trip. We're headed up to Acadia. Just because I feel like we didn't get to sit and breathe in the beauty of any of it, or just kind of relax in nature. It was a lot of just feeling stress of the crowds and going. So anyway, we still had a great experience of seeing things. Just don't feel refreshed or rested the same way we do sometimes in other natural areas we've been. So I would still recommend the visit.
Yeah. It was very memorable just seeing the National Seashore.
Yeah.
Just the beauty, the dunes, the seals.
The seals were my favorite.
Yeah,
recommend the trip, and you can see in the video some of our highlights and what we learned with what we did. There's a lot we still didn't do too. We primarily tried to hit some of the beaches of the National Seashore. We learned the Highlands Lighthouse. You can actually go, if you're over 48 inches, you can actually go up into it. We didn't get to that. We have one that's under 48 inches.
There's whale watching tours.
Tons
of bike riding. Our kid's a little bit too young to try to take advantage of that.
It's hard for us to bike at this point, but there's a lot of bike trails and paths for that. And some towns we didn't even explore. My sister said they visited and loved Plymouth while they were here, but that's a little bit further inland. We didn't go over that far, but they loved that town. So there's definitely more that we didn't explore. And again, we didn't spend time really relaxing on the beaches either. We kind of just went to see them and absorb the beauty of them. But there were people spending the day on the beach kind of thing. We didn't really do that either. So lots we didn't do, but hope you enjoyed seeing what we did do, and hope it helps you have an informed decision about making a trip, or if you're already making one, kind of know your plan. So
I'd highly recommend. It was a great few days here at the National Seashore.
Yeah. And I was worried before the trip if they kind of were considered part of the national park system, because of all the things we try to collect and the junior ranger stuff the kids try to do. I wasn't sure if National Seashores counted the same way. So we were very pleasantly surprised that they are basically a national park in terms of how all that functions. So if you're collecting and trying to hit the national parks like we are, the National Seashore helps check a box on that bucket list too. So recommend the trip and hope our highlights helped you out.